Alright, I'm gonna film a quick trade recap video as to trade that pretty much paid me out today and how the market was moving and what I was really seeing. Um so yeah, let's get into it. So basically pre-market came along, let's say what was it? It was around here. Pre-market came along, you see a lot of, we'll ignore this. This was afterwards. This 15-minute gap was formed afterwards, but I'll leave it just for the case of it, sake of it, I mean. We'll ignore that. Alright, so this was my view pre-market. We had previous day high as a clear draw to the buy side. Clear draw liquidity to the buy side. We also had mapped out hourly highs that could have been taken out post previous day high sweep. So we had one here and another one here, and this high was also a 4-hour gap if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this high also formed a 4-hour gap. So this high was crucial as well. Previous day high was clear draw though. So if we were to go back to the 5-minute, I knew we had this gap. We also had two stacked sell side liquidities resting above midnight level and hourly gap here as well that was maintaining us, and we also had this 15-minute gap that was still keeping us somewhat bullish right here, this 15-minute gap. So I knew for sure market was gonna open. We were just gonna either come out, take out this sell side and support the 5-minute. Where's the 5? And support this 5 or this 5-minute. That's why I had this 5-minute mapped out already. It was a 5-minute BPR gap. So how did it open? Let's see. I think market opens in 2 minutes. Boom. This was market open candle. Came down, swept sell side liquidity. Kind of a Judas swing, I guess you could say. Touched the CE. This could have even been the first trade. You could have taken the trade off the 5-minute CE and the sweep of sell side right here. This targeting internal highs as first TP. Well, this is relative equal highs, honestly speaking. And then previous day high as full TP. This honestly could have been another good trade. Let's change this up to buy side liquidity, BE, or even TP1 right here. Let's see how this trade would have done. Yeah, this is a 13-point stop right here, below this swing low right here. Could also have been taken out, but let's see how this would have played out. If I'm not mistaken, this would have played out to a T. Yeah, TP1 there. And it continued. TP2 would have been hit within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. TP would have been hit. That trade also would have been easy money because it was kind of obvious. You know, this draw was super obvious. I didn't want to take the trade because I wanted to see like a 5-minute break first. So like this 5-minute gave me the confirmation that we were just gonna continue higher. So I knew for sure previous day high was gonna get taken out. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got in here all the way to previous day high, but like entries were scuffed. Like look at this. This is how a 5-minute closed. Well, this is how a 5-minute closed here. Changed in delivery, everything, whatnot, but it was a bit scuffed still for me to just randomly long it. So day went on. I was extremely bullish, bro. So I was just getting scuffed into entries, just anything long, just getting FOMO'd. Crazy, honestly speaking, just getting FOMO'd. right here, I got a bit. Once I saw this though, this candle close like this, I wasn't too sure because it was either sure we're gonna come back, tap into this 5 minute gap and continue, or we're just gonna inverse this and come sweep this low again, this low, and come tap the 1 hour that we left overnight. So I was thinking that this could have been the Judas swing because we also swept the 1 hour high, and we would have just been like, screw that 4 hour high, fuck that. But if I'm not mistaken, was there a 15 minute gap there already or no? No, we were still waiting. But yeah, we only had this 5 minute. Boom, we let this play out. 5 minute close really strong there, and it just continued, ripped into the 1 hour. Again, was just FOMOing this little chop here. Honestly speaking, wasn't really even chop, but this little like consolidation zone, this breaker made me think like, yo, is it gonna go short? I was just FOMOing a lot. I don't know why. My mental was a bit off today in terms of executing, but yeah. If I'm not mistaken, here I was already looking for shorts here, because I was like, all right, with a 4 hour gap in an hourly gap, swept all internal highs. We swept all hourly and 4 hour highs that needed to be swept. Next draw was this London. This London was the next draw, but it's still so far. So I was waiting, and I was like leaning towards bearish, and then we had this play come in around 10:30ish. Yeah, 10:30 flat. This play came in cleanly. So we had a 15-minute gap. We had a 15-minute gap already. Alright, let's delete this now because I don't need it. Delete this. This was already respected too much. So we had this 15-minute gap here. This is a CE. And we also had this 1 minute first presented. This is 1 minute first presented. Now, what I really wanted to see was this. From all the displacement we had done, where was it? Oh, did I delete it? Yeah, I think I had a fib level from down here to up there. Let's get that going. Or was the fib level? No, it wasn't there. Fib level was on the 1 minute. Let's get it going. We had a fib level here. From this Judas swing low to this high. But we never came down and touched this equilibrium. And then we had, this is what I saw. So I had this mapped out, this fib level mapped out. We never came down and touched the equilibrium of this entire range up. We just had mediocre pullback and whatever. So this was clean for me. This was like, alright, we need to come down, touch this first presented. So order set at the CE of the 1 minute first presented, aligned with the 15-minute. Couldn't have been more obvious. There was no, I don't know if there was like a 2 minute inversion, 3 minute. But like, it was perfect, honestly speaking. It aligned perfect. This was targeting day of high or something like that. I was targeting this, but like, I think I took my TP here. So I was already getting chopped up. I was getting chopped up here. Finally, look at all the wicks. ATR was still pretty fat too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, 10-15 points each candle. So it was still pretty fat. So what we see, boom, instantly once we touch the CE, we just see the displacement. all the way up. My even extra confirmation for me was this inversion of this 5 minute was even extra confirmation for me to, if I even wanted to scale and just hold till here, because it was just extremely clean and so close on the draw. So this is a trade I took as my winning trade for the day. And then, if I'm not mistaken, later on throughout the day, you just saw more setups just coming. You had, let's see, let's go through the day. Could add this inversion here. These, wow, this is a crazy inversion though. Inverse this, can you get in anywhere here? This is crazy stop though. You need like a 1 minute pull or some shit. Was there a 1 minute pull higher? It just went. Down to the 1 hour. So this is the pre-market 1 hour that I had mapped out. We came down and touched it. This is one that I just tape read, honestly. I saw this super clean when I was shopping with my mom. Grocery shopping, I was with her. I just opened the charts because, you know, my brother and others trade as well, and the group chat was blowing up like, yo, this setup is clean. So I opened the charts even before I even checked the chat and see what they were talking about, and I saw my 1 hour get tagged, my 1 hour pre-market. So it's the first presented hourly. I saw it get tagged, and then I saw 1 minute inversion off of it right away, and I was just like, whoa. On an eval, when anything, honestly speaking, this trade would have fucking printed, because there was also a 15-minute unfilled gap all the way up here. That was honestly a really strong draw. So yeah, off the rip, I just knew. I was like, yeah, nah, this is gonna get tagged for sure, because we just dropped what, 250 points. Tagged inverse, we're gonna move up another 140, which is exactly what happened. It was just obvious you had to fill in the equilibrium of this range, which was, yeah, right next to the 15. So it was perfect trade in my eyes. It was perfect trade, and yeah, never into drawdown. It was a slow burner, but it still hit. Yup, into the 15-minute, and that's all I saw for the rest of the day. Then I turned off my charts and whatnot, but didn't even bother looking at anything else. But like, for me, the most obvious was this one that I saw before. Off the 1 minute first presented, aligned with the 15-minute gap. It was just too clean. Right back continuation model, aligned with the fib level continuation model to day of high. So clean draws, clean everything, and that's that. I was still playing that trade, knowing we had stacked SMTs at the lows, because ES had never taken out lows, and we also had, look at this, like, this is disgusting price action on ES, but I kind of already knew that we were just gonna, NQ was just gonna disrespect for the rest of the day and just go and do its own thing. So I knew for sure. Actually, let's see, how about we go here and we execute a trade. Let's see how much this trade would have printed somebody. Let's go, I would have gone in with here, right here. I would have bought 1 mini TP, 15-minute unfilled. Boom. I saw the lows. Oh, this is perfect, bro. Yeah, somebody would easily print it here. This is a clean mech model. Honestly speaking, very clean mech model. Yeah, this was a really nice trade to take. And yeah, that was all I saw for the rest of the day. overall was a really great day, in my opinion. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Overall bias now for the market is very fucking bullish now. I'm very bullish now for the market because we respected this 4 hour. Got the sell side we tagged the 1 hour. Respected the 4 hour. I'm extremely bullish now. I want to see what the market's gonna do tomorrow. We have London high stacked up here. We have an hourly and a small tiny 4 hour up here that's being respected for now at least. So we're just gonna wait and see. Be patient. For the week right now, I'm down 270 on both accounts. Just gonna wait. Not gonna rush anything else, but just sit on my hands and just be patient and wait for the market to do its thing. So yeah. Overall, good day trading. Had to be a bit more patient because I usually like to take my trades 9:30 to 10:30 ish. So that 10:30 came and I was just like, we'll see how it goes. So overall, I'm proud of myself for what I executed. So keep going. We'll see how tomorrow treats us, but